easiest meditation, but I guess a very helpful one. And I'm again using my because I'm again back in India, so my internet connection is not the best. So maybe just leave the video off. So then it's more likely that the connection will be hold. Okay, so let's start this morning practice, this meditation by first of all finding a good, comfortable, meditative posture. So find a way, get comfortable, elongate your spine, roll the shoulders up and back, chest is wide and open. Relax the jaw, softening the cheeks, softening the eyebrows, your forehead. And then let us take 2 more strong exhalations here through the mouth. So breathe in through the nostrils and exhale through the mouth. Let go. 2 more. Breathe in, nostrils. Breathe out through the mouth. Melt away tension and tightness. And now the body has more arrived in the space. Let's also allow the mind to settle back in by giving ourselves the permission for this next 20 minutes or so to be fully present, to be fully here. Right now, the best thing to do is really to start developing ourselves in meditation. And let us add on our motivation for today's practice. First of all, just acknowledging the preciousness of this moment. We have a healthy body and mind, some insight that we want to meditate, and that we also really want to develop ourselves further and further to bring more peace, more compassion, more understanding, more love to the world around us. And let us include from the beginning each and every sentient being in our meditation this morning. Let us do this meditation for everyone who cannot practice meditation this morning. Opening our hearts to the world. And then this open heart, first of all, let's calm the mind a few moments while observing the breath. So now with closed eye, if you like, you can now start observing the breath in the area of your belly. Every time a thought comes in, the mind drops out from the breath. Just gently guide it back to the breath. Just noticing how your belly is falling, is rising in the rhythm of your own breath. Stay here 3 more minutes, silence, just observing the breath every moment, being completely content, happy. Every exhalation, we can let go of thoughts that might have arisen. Every inhalation, allows you to arrive in the here and now. Okay, and then we can gently let go of the breath. And now allow my voice to guide you through this practice of anger inspired by Tupten children. First, now I invite you to let go of the ego. And here now, let's generate our motivation, specifically now also for this part, to imagine how you would feel if you weren't ego sensitive. If people could praise you and you didn't get attached or arrogant. People could criticize you and you do not get offended or angry. What would it feel like to have a peaceful mind that is not bashed around by always taking everything personal? Imagine, what would you feel like? I mean, you would be able to listen to anything and everything without getting ruffled one way or the other. Imagine that. You would be able to take to heart what the other person said and respect it. And then wish that that could happen to everybody, that everybody could have an open mind that is non-ego sensitive and that cares about all others. And this is what we call the mind of compassion. And let's think that as we feel that compassion, that we wish it for all living beings to be so. Let's take really this motivation further into this practice, to develop our own compassion so we can share that with others. Also, we can very clearly say that always says, like, don't get angry, get creative using this form of energy in a specific way. But now let's start a little bit of contemplation. Sorry, a little bit of contemplation practice. Now I invite you first to think of somebody or group that you are angry at or that you don't like. You want them to go away. You want them to change. Whenever you think of them, you just have this feeling like no. Think of some person or group specific. Now I invite you to think about what it must be to be like a person like them. How did they grow up? What did they experience? What was going on in the world when they were young? How did that influence them? What was happening maybe in their family? How did they grow up? What did they experience in their country? Whatever racial, ethnic, or religious group they belonged. Other words, right now I just wanted to look at the various factors that conditioned who that person developed into, what they thought and how they felt. Take a few minutes more here to really go into this regarding the person or the group that you are upset with. Then think that if I grew up like that person, if I had those kinds of situations and circumstances surrounding me for the first part of my life, up until this moment, it's a strong possibility that I would feel very much like that person who I don't like. And if I heard the same things as a young person or lived in the same society, I would probably also be like them. I'd think like them. I mean, at least consider that. Now, then ask yourself, that person or that group, are they happy? Can you see that they are not happy? That people are unhappy, they take it out on others. It's not saying that what they did was right, but it is a bad habit of human beings that when we are unhappy, we lash out or do things in our search for happiness that harm others because we don't realize that the real cause of happiness is kindness. not revenge. Consider that the person harming you is somebody very unhappy. So sorry. Can you have some compassion for their unhappiness? Because you also see that if you have grown up or lived their life experience, you might very well feel and think like they do. Now allow a bit your mind to rest in that sense of compassion for yourself and for the other person, because we all have very similar ways of function. Compassion is simply the wish for someone not to suffer, to be free of suffering and its cause. You now develop this wish and wish that for the other party, and also wish that for yourself. You, others, here, we are equal in want to experience happiness and we do not want to suffer, right? Now, take a moment to reflect for yourself in this meditation and make your own insights into the understanding of anger through compassion. And then just try to hold your insight here for 1-2 minutes, single pointed. You make yourself an insight, so next time when you get angry, try to observe the situation, the person you're angry at. Can you bring up, or yourself, can you bring up more, looking at this person through the eyes of compassion, looking at yourself in the moment of anger through the eyes of compassion. Always have in mind that you and others, we are equal being loved, accepted, equal, and that we do not want to experience suffering and that we do want to experience happiness. And now I invite you to let go of your thoughts and just ground yourself a few more moments here through your breath, noticing again the rising and falling from the belly, grounding yourself in the present moment. Let us rejoice that we did the meditation. We engaged in this practice this morning. And now I invite you to imagine sharing the beneficial energy that we create. But that now you can imagine that a ball of light in the center of your chest. And now send that positive potential, send this light from your heart, that good energy from doing exactly that meditation. With a few next exhalations, sending it out to the world as a bright, white light, allowing benefits of this meditation to bring benefit to each and every sentient being in this world. You can imagine it touching all living beings, calming their minds, purifying their minds, enriching their minds with good qualities. Including yourself. Then let us close this meditation now. Om Mani Padme Hum, wisdom and compassion deeply arise within us. And may all beings be happy and free. I wish you a very beautiful day today. I hope you can take this eyes of compassion into your day today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And I guess I'll see you back on Friday. Thank you. Bye.